I want to talk about John Gutenberg or Johannes Gutenberg. And the reason why I'm going to talk about him is because he's one of the 12 men uh, who I consider to have made history. So I'm actually going to be reading a book today. It's only 2 pages I'm going to read, and the book is called "Did the Catholic Church Give Us the Bible?" and it's by David W. Daniels, and it's got lots of illustrations. These illustrations are done by Jack Chick, who is now late. So just because it's got cartoons in it, it doesn't mean it's for kids. It's actually very factual, and I've read it myself, although I read it some years ago. But yeah, very good book. It explains things in a very simple way to understand. So it starts off here by saying Johnny Goosebumps, and he says his German name was Johannes Jens Flisch, but that's what the name meant. He eventually decided to name himself by that part of the city of Mainz in Germany where his family lived. We know him as Johannes Gutenberg. Gutenberg lived between 1398 to 1468, and he was an inventor. He tried to earn money by making Catholic trinkets, but he knew there was more money printing. There was more money printing up letters of indulgence to reduce the time you burn in purgatory. Of course, purgatory doesn't exist, and this is in brackets. The purgatory doesn't exist. It's something that was made up by the Catholic Church so they could make money, so they could build St. Peter's Basilica. The German Catholics were very superstitious and would pay dearly to keep out of purgatory. So whoever could print indulgences the fastest would be the richest, right? Gutenberg had a plan to get rich, and by 1450, he invented the first movable type printing press. In the 1450s, he also published about 200 huge Roman Catholic Latin Vulgate Bibles. He printed more than anyone else in only 5 years, thanks to his secret, his printing press. But tell me, could you keep a secret that big for long? What actually happened with Johannes Gutenberg is that those who were helping him to print these Bibles, or anything else that he was printing, they had basically agreed to keep everything a secret because there was money to be made. So what happened to Gutenberg's secret? In those days, 2 archbishops, Dieter and Eisenberg, Dieter of Eisenberg and Adolf II of Nassau, were warring over who would be the Arch-Chancellor of Germany, and who would be the Arch-Chancellor of Germany and the Archbishop of Mainz. The city supported Dieter, but the Pope supported Adolf II. And on the night of October 28, 1462, Adolf invaded Mainz, Germany. So this Adolf II was the one who was supported by the Pope. This was the moment the printers had been waiting for. In all the disturbance, who would notice a number of dark figures sneaking out during the night? Of course, they were all carrying parts of the printing presses, but hey, it was dark. Soon, printing presses showed up in cities all across the Holy Roman Empire. By 1500, 133 editions of the Bible, the Catholic Bible that is, were published. In a total of 15 million books had been printed. The secret was out. The stage was set. Now God's words were about to spread across the world. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Johannes Gutenberg. But what I would add to that is, because a lot more can be said about Gutenberg, and the fact is, the Protestant Reformation would not have been possible without Gutenberg's printing press, because when Martin Luther nailed the 95 Theses to the church door in Wittenberg in Germany, his 95 Theses were taken down and they were copied. and then spread rapidly throughout Europe, and that's what caused the Reformation to spread. Not only far and wide, but spread very rapidly. So Johannes Gutenberg definitely, made history and also changed the world that we live in, because even the books that we read today, the idea of how to print books came from him. Um, it's almost I would compare Gutenberg to the invention of the internet. It's kind of like a similar thing, even though sometimes I've actually heard that the internet was actually invented by DARPA, which is a United States government affiliated agency, and there are some who say that they invented the internet so they could basically get everyone to use the internet and you know watch what everyone was saying and doing on the internet. And of course, um, it's been said that Facebook was a dream come true for the CIA. It's a similar thing where basically they are watching what everyone is saying and doing on Facebook. So yeah, so not exactly this. I'm not saying Gutenberg, that Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press so that everyone, the papacy or the government agencies could watch what we're reading. No, it's not. That's not what I'm saying. Although that may be true when it comes to electronic books. When you download an ebook, there's someone who can tell, because remember that Edward Snowden wrote a book called Permanent Record, which I've got that book, and he says that everything we do on the internet is watched. So the everything we do on the internet, whether it's books that we buy or download, there's a permanent record of that, and someone can go back and look at what books we've bought. Because in the future, who knows, there might be laws that may come in that may say that certain things that we're doing right now are illegal, and you may be accused of being radicalized because you downloaded a book or bought a book that may in the future be deemed to be illegal. So yeah, Johannes Gutenberg definitely had a very um, not only positive change on this world, but what he did was so profound that, like I said, he definitely deserves to be mentioned because he made information more readily available than it was before he invented the printing press. Remember that before Gutenberg invented the printing press, books could only be written by hand; they could not be printed. So he changed all that. So now we've even gone past the 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 stage of printing books, where we now have ebooks, which I don't think ebooks are as good as a physical book, because the things that we use to read ebooks. Well, let's say my phone. I sometimes read books on my phone or on a Kindle or any other kind of ebook. Uh, reader. That technology can actually be stopped. They can it can be shut down. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But with the physical book, a physical book cannot be shut down. The only way to get rid of physical books is to burn them, which is actually what used to happen in the Dark Ages. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about Johannes Gutenberg. He made it easier for information to spread or to flow around the world. So yeah, he definitely did a lot of good. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.